Hey, Soul Family. I just finished the show Made. I had been watching it, kind of binge watching it for the last week or so. And I know my last video, I referenced it a bit. And I just was brushing my teeth and doing my bedtime routine, hence the no makeup. Everything's all washed away and it's just raw me before bed. I just had some reflecting thoughts on that in the show. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend. If you've not been a victim of domestic violence, it's still a really good watch because it might help you understand what the victims typically go through and what that journey of healing is like to leave and how hard it is. And it might just give you some compassion should you meet someone on your path that you don't understand that's walking that walk, and how hard it really, really is, and the challenges that someone may face, especially with a child leaving an abusive partner. But as I was brushing my teeth, I was kind of reflecting on the end. It was only like one season. I think it was 9 episodes, and Alex, the leading lady in it, leaves her emotionally abusive partner, and they have a daughter, and she's navigating the court system, custody, trying to find a job and work, and no money, no phone, kind of a long history of toxic people in her life that she has to caregive for, and how challenging all that is. Well, anyways, she ends up getting full custody of her child at the end. The ex kind of has a come to Jesus moment and realizes he's not a fit father and gives up his rights to her, and so she can actually move out of state and go to school. And although that is a really happy ending, and yay to the heroine, and just for the right thing to happen. I'm not even, if it would have been a male being abused by a woman, I would be just as happy. This is not about toxic femininity here. I just want what's just and right and fair typically. And I know plenty of men who are also the abused in a situation, and women can just be really brutal in a different way with their abuse and controlling, gaslighting, manipulative behavior too. So flip it if it's reversed and you are feeling that you are the male in the situation here. But anyways, the story is about Alex, a girl named Alex, and she ends up getting her scholarship back from Missoula, I think it is, and Montana. She leaves with her daughter, gets full custody. Now, that is not typical. Most of the time, from what I've seen and experienced, is that an ex like that does not come to Jesus, have a come to Jesus moment, and admit that they're flawed and have faults and that they're not a fit parent and give up their rights. So she was very fortunate in the sense that she got to walk. Obviously, it's a show. It's not based on real life, but I feel that each of us can have our dream come true, still a happy ending, even if we don't get the grand dream of being able to get a full, a scholarship somewhere and move out of state, or a dream husband, or a dream house, or dream life. We create our dream life and our healing every day that we come back to ourselves, every day that we say no, every day that we take our power back, every day that we sit in peace and silence, and not be controlled, and we own our thoughts and our body and our mind and our heart and our emotions, even just in the simple things of having a cup of tea before bed, or the freedom to watch a show without a fight, or, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of thought while I was brushing my teeth, like, that's so unrealistic that she was able to get that freedom, that ticket to freedom, and leave with their daughter. Sorry, this angle's kind of, and most of the show I thought was very realistic, though, as in the journey, and often happens in the court system and stuff like that. So I kind of thought, dang, like, that would be nice if you could have full control of your kids and where you can live, and, like, gosh, you could dream a little dream. You can move out of state. You can go to Florida. You can go to Alaska. You can go across the country and not have to worry about that control. Because when you have kids, you're really, really tethered to that other person, and you never really fully get to leave the abuse. I feel like even if you get out, it's just they use the kids to do it. So I kind of felt a little disheartened, like, dang, that was nice that she got to do that, and, like, feeling a little, like, triggered by that, I guess. And then I thought, we each get our own like, create our day and our happy ending, and we need to focus on what we do have, that we got out, that we're alive, that we got out, and if we have a roof over our head, if we have a car, if we have people in our life now that love us and support us, even if our circle is super, super small, even if there's no one and we have a strong spirit team and ancestors and guides and angels and the divine wrapping themselves around us every day, like, that is a win. That is how we take our power back too. And so, not to be discouraged if you aren't getting to have the life that you believe you were meant for, because you've got this monkey on your back, or you feel tethered to an emotionally abusive situation still through having children. And I guess I just wanted to share that. We take our power back every time we push back, we speak our truth, we say no. And you know what? It doesn't matter if anybody thinks we're crazy. If it doesn't matter what story they spin, it doesn't matter what they do to defame your character and paint you as the bad guy. You know your truth, and you can stand in your truth. And the relationship with the narcissist does teach you all about that, stepping back into yourself and your worth. And I've had to really do the hardcore dive on that by myself. I haven't gone to therapy or counseling. I've been able to find it within. And every moment that was a challenge and I felt thrown in the pit, I asked myself, what do I need to do to take my power back here? And a lot of it has been the little severings of the ties of little things, people, places, and things, obvious things, but even just the attachment to the emotion, the attachment to needing to feel validated, the attachment to needing to feel worried what people think of me. Like, every time you cut that cord, you're breaking yourself further and further and further free. Even if you're feeling like your physical situation's not free, who you are at a soul level can be free. Your heart can be free. Your mind can be free. Your soul can be free. And that in itself is the happy ending. So I'm going to encourage you, if you need support, reach me at thezenzone@mail.com. I can do remote Reiki, psychic readings, energy healing sessions. The soul quality test I highly recommend. It is to help you decide for once and for all what you're up against with your partner or your situation. If you're not sure if the person, I'm not a psychologist, so I can't diagnose anybody with any personality disorder, because honestly, I feel like the narcissistic personality is more of a soul disorder. So this is a soul quality test to find out what you're dealing with, and that will help you know clarity, yes or no. If you're dealing with somebody who has a soul issue and you just need to get away and cut ties and begin your healing. All those things can be found at thezenzone@mail.com. And I'm Rachel. I hope you have an amazing night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.